Hello and welcome to day 20 of 30 Cuisines in 30 Days with me, your host of this series, Tara. I'm from Coconuts. I'm here in Bangkok. I'm in my apartment, and this challenge is basically every single day for 30 days, I'm going to be ordering food from a different cuisine, from a different culture, right here to my apartment in Bangkok. And yeah, my taste buds are traveling the world for 30 days while my physical self stays in one place, safe and socially distanced here in Bangkok. If you are new to the show, then please subscribe to Coconuts TV, click the bell for notifications, like our video, share our video, tell your friends, play along, comment along, and try some new and different cuisines from wherever you are and come and tell me what you're trying. So yeah, you can be part of the challenge too. Okay, so today on day 20, I have Iranian food with me. And I'm really excited to eat this food. It's from a restaurant called Mohsen here in Bangkok. And it's a Iranian, or sometimes you'd say it's a Persian restaurant, which has been recommended to me. And yeah, I have not tried any of these dishes before, so I'm really excited to see what's in store for day 20 of 30 Cuisines in 30 Days with Iranian food. Okay, so first I'm just going to introduce all my dishes, and then I'm going to go through one by one, try them all, and then at the end of the show, I will be giving a little rating to the dishes, to each dish and to the overall experience of Persian food, Iranian food from Mohsen. So without further ado, let us dig in to our dishes today. Oh, well, let me introduce them first. Okay, so I'll start with this kind of my main dish here. This is Zereshk Polo, and I'll give you a good view there. It is a rice dish with barberries, and chicken. It looks really good. Smells really good. Okay. Then on the side of that, we have an eggplant dip. This eggplant dip is called Kashke Bademjan, I believe. Okay, eggplant dip that looks really yummy. And then to eat that, I have some flatbread, some Iranian traditional bread, folded up, nice, flat, freshly baked bread. And then I have another dish here, which is Ghorme Sabzi, if you could see it without me spilling. It's a traditional Iranian stew with, looks like a lot of veggies reduced down to like a thick veggie stew, and it has meat in it as well. And I see some red kidney beans. So excited to try that. And then some little condiments on the front here. Looks like a chili sauce, some tahini. I think it's tahini. Maybe not. Maybe it's garlicky. I'll try it in a second. Some little packets of powdered sumac, I believe, which adds some flavor to the rice, I think. And a nice bunch of fresh veggies with it. So they gave a huge bunch of basil. This is kind of, yeah, basil, and some limes, and a nice, generous portion of onions. So I think you can just eat this food, take a bite of these fresh veggies, take a bite of onion to go with it, take a bite of basil, squeeze some lime on everything. So I love that addition of fresh veggies. Okay, so yeah, comment along if you're watching. Tell me what you're having for lunch today on this fine Saturday. Where are you watching from? Yeah, eat lunch with me. Okay, so let me just dig in now to the first dish. I guess, should I just start with the chicken dish, Zereshk Polo? Zereshk is the barberries, which are these little berries sprinkled throughout the dish on top. And polo is chicken. And the rice looks really yummy. It looks like it's seasoned with like turmeric. And then you have this crispy bit of the rice here, which is like the bottom of the rice, which is, I know this is an important part of Iranian cooking with the rice, that because I've watched YouTube videos about how this rice crispy bit is just so yummy. So I'm excited to try that. And I think I'm going to try it with all these different little condiments, but first I'm just going to try it on its own. Just straight up Zereshk Polo. Zereshk Polo, wait, hold on. Let me look up a little bit about Zereshk Polo Bamorg. Actually, yeah, is Polo's the rice and Morg is chicken. Okay. Let me just try a bite of this. With the fluffy rice and the chicken is cooked. Just show you a little bit more about the dish before I dig in. It's a big piece of chicken. This is actually not even the entire amount of rice that came with this dish. It's a huge portion. I have some rice set aside from this. It wouldn't fit on the plate or the bowl. It's a huge like leg and thigh of chicken. This looks like it's cooked in a nice kind of tomatoey sauce. Cooked really well. Like the chicken pieces are just like falling off the bone. Looks really tender. Yeah, it looks really tender, and yeah, it looks like there's definitely some sauce to the chicken, and the rice is a bit plain to go together. So let's try a bite. Very tasty. Yeah, the chicken is definitely cooked with some yummy sauce, or like a tomatoey kind of sauce kind of glazed over the chicken. So it's not plain at all. The color is kind of yellow of the chicken, so I think it's like some turmeric sauce. And the rice is just really tasty. It's like almost like a buttery something to the rice, buttery flavor. And the barberries are kind of like a sweet, tangy, almost like a cranberry, but a little bit more of a tang to them, and like a little less sweetness. So I think the barberry is something really unique and Iranian, you know, that you definitely would not find in like Thai cuisine or this region of the world. Chicken is so tender. I've never had barberries before. This is really good. I wasn't even that hungry today, to be honest, because it's Saturday. I had pancakes for breakfast. I finished my husband's pancakes. He didn't finish them. I had some toast. I had some tea. I had some coffee. A lot. But this is like making me want to eat this whole thing anyways. Yeah, the barberries have a very distinct flavor. It's almost like, it's kind of like a dried cranberry. But they're like smaller than cranberries. Yeah, tangy, not that sweet. Interesting. Good dish. Stay tuned to the end for my rating. I'm not going to give my rating now, but I have not tried this before. I've never tried barberries before, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Very tasty. Let me try a bit of this crispy rice. Now, there's a name for it. If anyone knows the name, tell me. I can't remember right now. But it's a crispy rice at the bottom of the pan when you bake this rice. And it forms this like hardened bit. And it's apparently very tasty. Oh my God. That is so good. It's like crispy, oily, kind of like fried almost, because it's down at the bottom of the pan. Oh my God, it's so tasty. Okay. It was like a crispy, like cracker, but so good. I don't know how to describe this, but I just want to eat a ton of this. Let me try a little bit of the sauces and see what these sauces are all about. Okay, it came with a chili sauce. Ooh, coconut civis is crispy Persian rice. Tadig. Thank you, Coconuts TV, for dropping that knowledge bomb, because I've definitely seen like chefs talking about just how delicious that part of the rice is. Okay, just straight up trying the chili sauce on its own. That is spicy, really, really spicy. Oh my God. Killer spicy sauce, but really good, like a garlicky chili sauce that, oh, I just can't get enough of any sauce that is chilies and garlic. It's so good. It like really adds to everything. Okay, let's try this one. Try this little sauce. Looks like a tahini. Yeah, it tastes like a, my God, it tastes like a strong kind of cheese. But it might be tahini. But it's like a yogurty tahini with definitely like a strong cheesy flavor. Interesting. Now, what does that go with, I wonder? I think it would be tasty with all these dishes in front of me. Not sure, but I think this chili sauce with like a bite of chicken and the rice, ooh, yum. Okay, let me take one more bite and then we're gonna move on to the next dish. Try some veggies with it. Probably need to squeeze a bit of this on it too. I think this would be good on the rice. With a bit of the, let's try with a bit of this tahini with the rice and chicken. That is really good. Very interesting combo of flavors. Yeah, it's not really similar to Indian food at all, I would say. In terms of the flavors, I think it's their flavors are very different and unique, even though at first I was like chicken, rice, turmeric. Is it like a biryani? Is it gonna taste like a biryani? It comes with this sumac powder, which is like a little tangy powder. If you try it, it tastes like, yeah, a little tanginess. Let me just tap some onto the rice and you can, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of makes the rice, it's like a reddish, dark reddish brown powder. It adds even more like tangy zestiness to the rice. Okay, so this is day 20, 2/3 of the way through this challenge already. I can't believe it. I can't believe all this like amazing food I've been eating. Iranian food today from Mohsen. Super yummy so far, but stay tuned to the end for my rating. I will be giving my rating to each dish. And so far we just tried one dish. Let's try more. Okay, this was Zereshk Polo Bamorg, a chicken and rice dish with barberries, which was really good. Okay, next up, how about trying the eggplant dip with the bread, with Iranian bread? Okay, so eggplant dip is Kashke Bademjan. Kashke Bademjan. It looks like this. It looks like it's made from the green eggplant. It's like a smoky, smells really like a smoky, yummy eggplant. I thought it was gonna be maybe like a baba ganoush, which I kind of know from like more like Mediterranean cuisine. But I think that is more creamy. This eggplant dip does not have any appearance of creaminess to it. It seems like it's really more focused on the eggplant. Like, and then on top, it's sprinkled with some like deep fried crispy shallots, I think, onions and garlic. That looks really good. Deep fried crispy onions and garlic is like, I mean, that's almost as good as garlic chili dip in my books. It is delicious with everything. Okay, so actually let me just try it with the bread. So I think this is kind of a dip that you can have with the bread. And let me open up this bread. Ooh, massive flat bread or Iranian bread on the menu. So let me just tear this apart. Huge piece of bread. I can get a nice pizza slice of it. And it has some it's like perforated a bit. I think they kind of like perforated the dough and then baked it so you can easily tear it apart. Very handy. Okay, let me try just a little bit of the bread and the Kashke Bademjan. Bademjan. Tried to look up how to pronounce everything quickly before this, but it's difficult to pronounce things in other languages when you're just learning. But okay, I want to learn more though. This food is really yummy so far. Okay, so eggplant dip, Kashke Bademjan with some little crispy shallots and garlic, and all on an Iranian bread. Okay. I think this is yeah, it's kind of what I expected. I thought it might be more like spice to it or something, but it's really just the highlighting the flavor of the eggplant. I would say like the smoky eggplant flavor is coming out, nicely seasoned, a bit sweet, I think probably from the eggplant itself. Maybe due to something added to it, but I think it's like the sweetness of the eggplant, the smoked eggplant. And then there's a little bit of saltiness from these crispy bits. Oh, I have to let my cat in. My cat's trying to get in. 1 second. Get in here. Sorry about that. Kitty was trying to get in. Kitty cat, buncha. Okay, stay over here. Be my sidekick, please. Oh, no, she's going. Okay. Cats, man. Are they grateful or ungrateful, man? Okay, so next up, well, yeah, I think that was a pretty good taster of this eggplant dish. Oh, kitty time, Coconuts TV. She'll be back. She'll be back. So the bread was pretty good, I'd say. Pretty standard, like flatbread. You know, like it's a vehicle for these other delicious things. It's on its own. It's quite plain. A little dry. You know, nothing so amazing, but it really gets the job done of like scooping this yummy dip. That is what it's needed for. Okay. Yummy dip, kind of garlicky, kind of sweet, very eggplanty, which I love. I love this like smoked eggplant flavor. Look, I already ate like a quarter of it, just blabbing on and on. So that was really yummy. But stay tuned for my official rating at the end. Bread was pretty good. Okay, chicken. Now, shall we go on to this stew? Ghorme Sabzi. Now, I'm interested to try this because it smells like really different from like any kind of stew I think I've had before. And just looking at kind of our notes about Persian cuisine and, you know, Iranian cuisine, I think it's the herb of fenugreek that is making it seem so different. Yeah, it has like a very distinct smell. So let me just dip in there and try a little bit. And I'll also show you guys, there's chunks of meat in here. There are red kidney beans. And then the whole thing is just like a pureed, like dark green. It looks like there's tons of dark green, like healthy vegetables making this stew up, like simmered down, cooked for a long time, like spinach maybe. I don't know, but it looks yummy. I think you could get a vegetarian version if you want. But I just went for the original, which seems to have beef in it. But let me take a bite and tell you a little bit more about how it tastes. Okay. Yeah. I think that flavor is the fenugreek flavor in there because it's, yeah, it definitely makes me think more of like, yeah, Middle Eastern cuisine, it's not something kind of familiar in Thailand. I mean, there's a little bit of bitterness to it almost because of all the herbs. I think probably there's parsley leeks, green onions. I'm reading my notes here. A lot of sauteed herbs, coriander, Yeah, and the key spice is dried fenugreek leaves. Interesting. And yeah, little knowledge bombs being dropped here. Any dark bitter greens can be used, such as kale, mustard greens, turnip greens, etc. So yeah, basically whatever like dark greens you have, like turn them into this Ghorme Sabzi stew, mix them with meat, beans. The meat is like a stewed chunks of beef, so it's very tender. Let's try a bite with these red kidney beans. Okay, so there's not a ton of red kidney beans. You can kind of see there's just like a sprinkling of them. Makes it a bit more hearty. Otherwise, it's like kind of thin, kind of like a thin stew. Interesting. And I think it is good with this chicken, you know, like a bite of the stew, a bite of rice. I think that's really, you know, how it's meant to be eaten as part of a meal, family style. You know, so you're not just eating a plain bowl of this. You're having with bread, you're having some rice. You know, you're having some basil leaves. Yeah, it was tasty. Definitely like interesting spices though, that really like herbaceous, earthy taste is there in this stew. It's yeah, it's a very distinct flavor with the fenugreek, and I think the bitterness might be a little bit from the dark green leaves, and a little bit from the herbs. But it's a really interesting dish. I wanted to order it because as soon as I Googled Persian food, everything came up with Ghorme Sabzi as something you have to try. Just looking at my notes here. Okay, Ghorme Sabzi is known as the king of Persian stews. So there are other stews, but this is the king of stews. It rules over all the other stews. So, okay, good job, stew. Okay, let me set that aside, and I think it's time to kind of recap and talk a little bit about the dishes. Again, today I do not have a drink pairing, unfortunately. Some days I have a drink pairing. Today is unfortunately not one of those days. But I think if you were having this Persian food, ordering it in or eating at the restaurant, you know, you could have tea with it. You could have tea, like a milk tea, a spiced milk tea. You could have mint tea. Yeah. So that would be my 2 cents about what to pair it with. Okay. So now let me just remind everybody, if you are new to this show, this is 30 Cuisines in 30 Days. If you're just tuning in now, then please subscribe, like, click the bell for notifications so you know when I'm on, when I'm live. And it's going to be every day at 1 p.m. Bangkok time, lunchtime, or at 2 p.m. if you're in Singapore. And I'm going to be right here in my kitchen, and I'm going to be ordering a different dish or different dishes from different cuisines every single day for 30 days. So this is just day 20. Yeah, we have 10 more days, you guys. We're only 2/3 of the way through this thing, this crazy challenge here. So yeah, tune in, comment along, comment on the video after it's live. Tell me what you think about Iranian food. Tell me, do you like this type of food? Where do you eat it in Bangkok or in your city if you do like it? Or are you new to this type of food? Tell me, what have you discovered in your times at home about food? Have you started cooking? Okay, so let me just recap now and then give my rating, and then that's Iranian food done. Okay, so I think I'll start with the main dish, which I really, really liked a lot. I mean, this crispy tahdig bit of rice from the bottom of the pan is like to die for. I mean, dip it in a little bit of chili sauce. So good. I feel like this is a 5 out of 5. This is a home run right here. You know, chicken and rice is in a lot of cuisines, but here, like, the flavors are just so tasty. Little coconut says, the final countdown, 10 days. I know. I guess the last 20 days have gone by pretty fast. So just 10 more cuisines. Oh my God. I think I've eaten more different types of cuisines in this challenge than I have in my entire life. Is that possible? Yeah. Okay. So I feel like this is really a home run. It's a 5 out of 5 dish that I would love to order again. Yeah. Okay, next up, the eggplant dish, Kashke Bademjan. I am a fan of eggplant. I mean, if you haven't noticed that I've ordered eggplant dishes here and there from the different cuisines, because I like to get veggie food in. I like to get kind of vegetarian food in, so this is an easy one. And eggplant just like is so versatile, you know? So yeah, I think this was tasty. It kind of goes with the bread. It wasn't like the most amazing dish I've ever had, but it is yummy. I think maybe it's like a 3.5. It's a bit sweet. If you're okay with that, then it's cool. But it goes with everything. A 3.5. The bread, hard to really give this a high rating. Sorry, Mohsen, because it's a little dry and like a little plain. But I mean, it's just bread. It's a vehicle for this. So I guess it's like a 3 out of 5. I mean, it's, as far as bread goes, it's fresh. It's, you know, bready. But maybe if I just kind of slapped a pat of butter on there and like reheated on the frying pan a little bit, that would be yummy. Okay, and then Ghorme Sabzi was our other dish. The king of Persian stews, seasoned with fenugreek. Strong flavors of fenugreek coming out. Parsley, I think. Dark green leaves blended in there for this stew. Chunks of beef, red kidney beans. A very common stew in Iranian households, I think. For celebrations, for big dinners, it would probably be there among your choices of food. So for me, I think the fenugreek's taste is a bit strong. I'm not really used to it. So I feel like I probably wouldn't order it again. Maybe if I went to the restaurant and like had a big smorgasbord, to use my Swedish term, I would include this, but I would definitely go for this again, and I probably wouldn't order this. I guess it's like a 3, yeah, like a 2.5 or 3. So yeah, not my fave, but I can definitely appreciate the time spent on this. And I think, you know, if you love those fenugreek type of herbs, that flavor, then this is right up your alley. The sauces to go with everything were really yummy. I mean, I think this chili sauce definitely gets a 5 out of 5. They know what they're doing when they're combining chili, garlic, and a bit of vinegar. What else is in here? No fish sauce. This is not like a Thai style dim dao sauce. Definitely no fish sauce. It's just very like pungent with chili flavor. And there's definitely some green chilies, some red chilies. Ugh, I'm obsessed with chili sauce. Okay. The tahini was very strong tasting, almost like a strong goat's cheese kind of taste. But I like that. So 4 out of 5. Sumac, should I rate this little sumac powder? Yeah, 4 out of 5. It's little packets of powder to season up your rice and different dishes. So this is a very interesting taste. It's like a tangy, sweet, kind of like zesty flavor. Yeah. But it has a little bit of that like fenugreek bitterness, like that sweetened bitterness of fenugreek to it. I'm not sure if that's in here or what, but yeah, interesting, really interesting part of Iranian cuisine. Okay, so I think overall it's like a 4 out of 5. I don't know. I have to hold on and let me tally everything at these weighted averages. But you know what? This was so delicious. This is definitely a 5 out of 5 for me. So I think the overall restaurant, you know, probably their kebabs and stuff are really amazing. The kebabs that come with this rice, but it's more like the skewers of meat. Little Coconut says ancient spice. Yeah, I feel like I'm eating very like ancient, tried and true, like, you know, recipes here that are like from ancient times. And it makes me think of like, you know, that Persian Empire or something, you know, like kind of transports you back to that and thinking like, what were these, you know, royalties of the Persian Empire feasting on? Probably this, because it's really damn good. Okay. So that is our show for today. It was day 20. This was Iranian food from Mohsen, right here in Bangkok, an Iranian restaurant that does delivery. And it was really good. I mean, overall ratings 4 out of 5. I had some favorites, I had some not so favorites, but yeah, definitely recommend. And I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. Okay, so this is day 20, 10 more days to go. I'll be back here the same time, same place, 1 p.m. Bangkok time, 2 p.m. if you're in Singapore. So come and watch and have lunch live with me. And tomorrow I think we are going to Italy for Italian food. There might be some pizza, there might be some pasta. Where are we ordering from? Who knows? There's so many good Italian restaurants here. Okay, so come check it out tomorrow. See you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend. Bye.